Hello and welcome back to Railroads Online. So today we are here with the new update. It's going to be the March update. It is the UI new loco and rotary snowplow update is what this one is. So got a lot to look at, and we're just going to jump right into it. Do have the class 125 there, just because it was sitting here, to be honest. But it does give us a good size comparison for the new Class 47, which is this new 10-wheeler here. So we will go ahead and take a look at it. I think this was paint scheme number 3 that I ended up going with. I did just put 47 on it, obviously, there for the Class 47. Take a look at the tender. There, we did get a whole bunch of new features, which we'll go over. Whew. You do kind of slide right up into the rotary there. Did notice on spawning them in, you can, depending on how it moves around your spawn, as you purchase the cars and whatnot, you do kind of have to be careful with that because it will stack drop them. So that's kind of a thing. Wouldn't be surprised if some things change there, but as we are taking a look at the new loco, new model looks great. Some new sounds with this loco. Suppose we might as well turn around and throw some coal in this thing, get it warming up. So that's going to take a minute. New purchase, nice big brake handle. There we go. Alright, we'll go ahead and open this up. Pretty sure we're all linked and pinned there, so we'll just kind of see how that goes. But that is the new Class 47. We can go in there quick and take a look at some of the options for the Class 47. We are certainly getting a long list of, I probably went all the way through the thing. There it is. Sweet. Class 47, as you can see, do have the smoke box or the smokestack options, excuse me. I did go with number 2 there. Just a lot of classic ones there. I do have the light options for you. A bunch of them get numbers. Has some horns. Kind of some interesting horns options on this one. So that's kind of a thing there. I guess we do have 8. So yeah, a couple of different horn options. So that's kind of neat. We will step through the paint options. Kind of fine detail differences with this one for sure on the paint options. The 4th one there is kind of the biggest difference, I think, between all of them. Obviously, it gets red, so whatever, almost went with that one. I think I ended up going with the 3rd one. Pretty sure that's the one we got. So there we go. We'll turn around and take a look at that. All right, and then moving over here to the rotary snowplow that we did get. Have not actually hooked this all together. Turned around when I spawned it in. I did turn around and drop it right on top of the loco, so just kind of had to re-rail it over here. And that's just kind of what it is. Did turn around and just call this one the Yeti. Put A51 on it. But we will go ahead and take a look at what we all have here. Looks like we have a ladder to get us up on the side. Do have a whistle here and the big giant smokestack. So that's cool. I have to say the thing is an absolute behemoth. I mean, it's a monster. Even compared to the Class 125, the thing is just huge. So that's really cool. I have to say it looks really good. I mean, that's just a bit of eye candy. Whatever. Looks great. Alright. Open up some freight doors so we see working parts in here. All of this, once we get it fired up, will There's a lot of like moving, turning parts. Don't even know what they all are, There's our reverser, which is going to control the speed of our rotary, I think. This is our control room. So there's our brake. This is to the baffle to control the direction of the snow, I believe. And this is the flanger, which does function from my understanding. So that's going to be outside there. And I believe, yes, right there. So that's the flange blade that's going to drop down to clear the in between the rails there of snow. And then we do have the tender here for it, which we'll just kind of see how all this goes. Throw some of that in there for now, let that start warming up, and we'll take a look at a few other things that we did get as that's warming up. So, other things that we did get, we're going to be able to go, oh, not industries, my bad. We're going to go into the facilities, and we are going to get, this one's pretty cool, actually. So, here we go. We have our first big roundhouse. And we'll just kind of drop that down here in the open. So we can go take a look at that. Does come with rails intact. Obviously, they look a little different than our other rails. Alright, let's open. There we go. Doors open. I think these auto light at night. We do have lights in here, so I think they just auto come on at night. So that's a thing. Inside of this stall looks pretty good. Oh wow, that's cool. Flung the door hatch over. Huh. Open up. There we go. That's pretty cool. Check that out. So then you'll notice this does all come into the center here, but what you do have to do, let me see, is you can go in, you can now pick, I've heard you can put any one of the turntables in there. We do now have 3 options, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the new turntable. Should just snap in here, though it's not. That might just be because I have track too close. I'm not exactly sure if that's what the problem is there. Let's try to grab it again. There we go. Click to it. Obviously not going to line up to our track here, but that is going to turn around and show the new turntable. This one is a little longer for the bigger locomotives, so if you're definitely going to have the big locomotives in here, the big turntable will help that. That's for sure. They did put pits in so we can get underneath the locomotives and get good view at the underside of the locomotives, so that's going to be kind of cool. Give us a chance to actually see some of the working bits underneath. I guess we can turn around and go in real quick to our gameplay options, and we'll kick this. Let's go sometime dark. Let's see if these light up or how these work. I wonder how the light works. The light just turns on if we gotta turn them on. Oh, where'd the lights go? Thought there were lights in it. Oh, there they go. Bam. So I don't know what we did, but we got the lights to come on. So there we go. So that's cool. Have to say, there we go. Get a good look at it. Lit up at night. It's kind of impressive, actually. Do have to say. Great new look on the roundhouse, so that's the thing. Looking forward to putting a few of these in. See, oh, there we go. We got an outside door. few of the features. Also has telegraph, I guess, pole somewhere. Saw that in the devlog. There we go. So you can attach telegraph lines to it if that's something you're interested in doing. But there's a good look at the new roundhouse and the turntable. So then we will go back in here. Going to be easier to take a look at this stuff in the daylight, I think. So there we go. We will jump in. What else did we have to go over? Oh yeah, a couple of other things quick. We do now have flight mode, so as you see when you grab track, you can either run around on the ground, or if you hit the space bar there, you're going to be able to fly up in the air, so that's going to make laying track a little bit easier. Obviously, when you'll be able to see around, make looking at things just in general a lot easier. So that'll certainly come in handy for many things. Obviously, pretty easy to get down there, so that's a thing. We do get that when we re-rail things also. So that's a thing they'd be able to play around with. But we do have flight mode now, so that makes things easier. Also, we can go in and we have in the gameplay options now, you see down here, automatic couplers on, off. If it's on, you're going to have knuckle couplers. If it's off, you're going to have link and pin. So that's going to be an option for those who want it. Looks like it's going to default to the knuckle couplers, so you can see the knuckle couplers there. Haven't hooked up or detached cars yet with the knuckle couplers, so I don't exactly know how that works, but we'll get a chance to take a look at that in just a second. And then one other thing we did want to go over is that we got the survey tools. So in order to find those aren't going to be in any of your menus. Going to use the scroll wheel, find it there. That will give you the survey tools, which we'll kind of head over here towards a hill so we can see how those actually work. Alright, so if we're surveying the line here, put that down, and then as you'll see, the grade will start to change. There you see it going up to 2. It's going to show you the grade in between each one that you drop, so that'll give you a little bit of ability to, you know, predetermine what kind of grades you want to lay up, things like that, however you want to use them. I'm sure we'll find several uses for them. To delete them, we're going to go in and just go ahead and delete them just like a prop, which should make it easy not to delete track or anything that you've laid next to them. So that's kind of convenient. And then we will go ahead and jump in the new loco here. Take a look at the sights and sounds of the Class 47. As it's already starting to cool off. We'll go ahead and chuck a few scoops in there. Got the brake off. Alright. Let's go ahead and kick that back just a little bit. As you can see, we do have the new UI, so they have reduced it to reverser, regulator, and brake down here. You can see they did change the little handle icons on the sliders, so that's a little detail there that's kind of cool. You can see the new UI gauges here. Excuse me, the whistle has been moved up to the top right corner. Alright, so there's the new whistle for the 10-wheeler. And then we have the compressor here on a slider, which is a little bit little. Not sure how I feel about that one, but then honestly, you don't use the compressor thing a heck of a lot, so it's probably totally just fine. We do have the on-off for the sander. I'm assuming this one is cylinder cocks here. Then we also have the new temperature for the water and for the fire. Which obviously this thing is hot and the steam is up. So that's all going. Boiler pressure gauge and the air compressor gauge that kind of went with gauge looks. So that's kind of cool. On off switches for the sander again, and the cylinder cocks. Not too sure about those. And the bell looks like it got a. There we go. Looks like it's an on off switch. New bell sound there for the new loco. So that's kind of cool. Actually, appreciate that. I always like it when we get new sounds for the locos. So alright, let's go ahead and see if we can move this thing along and see what it does. Oh, whoa. Okay, see that definitely has a different sound than previous locomotives, that's for sure. Certainly looks like it takes off. What is that? Alright, we're doing 25. So definitely going to be one of the quicker locomotives. And it totally has a new sound. That's for sure. Well, people are either going to love that or they're going to hate it. But because it's definitely different and unique, I have to say. It's kind of cool to actually have something that sounds different. So it works. It sounds like it's almost turbocharged when it took off. Yeah, right there. Good looking model. Do have to say it moves around a bit, but it is a good looking model. Unique sound, so that's cool. Take a look at it with the cylinder cocks going. Wow, those really blow off some steam, so that's cool. Alright. Locks up the drivers. See what we got it set. Oh, I guess we actually have to back up on the other side of the plow. We're going to have to push through the plow if we're going to try to hook up to that thing. We'll try to give it a shot and see what we get. Like I said, have not actually touched the thing yet, so this will be a new one. This thing just sounds like it's supercharged taking off. Definitely interesting with the sound of this locomotive. New sound for sure. As I said, it does seem like it bounces around a little bit, but that could just be, I don't know. You can really hear the brakes on this one. That's new. Overall, kind of cool. It's definitely not like my favorite locomotive, I can say that, but it's cool, a new addition to the game, something different. Always appreciate that. For sure. Alright, let's see. Turn that off. Slide that down. Now let's see how this connection goes into the rotary here. See if we can get the old thing hooked up, get it working. That's kind of funny. Alright. Let's not slam it into this thing. Well, I'm not sure if that hooked up or not. It's not like it clipped. Wait a minute. Okay, so it definitely did not. I wonder if we gotta open. Let me see. I'm not sure exactly how these work, so we'll just assume that's open. Now we'll assume that one's open. Maybe that was a problem before. Alright, let's see what we get now. But I still want to know if that hooked up or not. No, it didn't. One would think that that's open. And then this should be open. I don't know. I'm going to switch to linked pin if I can't figure this out. Alright. Let's take it forward. Yeah, it's definitely not hooking up. Alright. Well, let's see. Jeez, man. This thing's kind of hard to tell when it's hooked up. Yeah, I have no idea if it's hooked up or not, to be totally honest. So, what I am going to do is I am going to go in and turn those off. Because then I should know what I'm doing. There you go. Alright. Is it in there though? Who knows? We'll find out in a second. New toys. Always a challenge. Alright, let's see if things are hooked up now or not. Okay, that part's hooked up, that part's not hooked up. So let's go see what we gotta do to hook this up. God, I wish I could see the pin in any way, shape, or form. Alright. But you can't. And this one, the pin doesn't go out on, so we're pinning it in the tender. That's why we're having a hard time getting it pinned, because that thing is going to pin the opposite direction. So there we go. Figured that out. Now we should be able to figure this out anyway from here. Alright, there we go. Let's see what we get. No. This thing's gonna roll away. There. Wow. Alright. It's different. I'll say that. Alright, brakes off. Go push this thing forward. The tender brake has got to be on, which is making it a pain in the butt to push. Definitely not helping this situation. Alright, there. Now we should have it trapped. There we go. Now we're pinned. Now that's off. Now we can turn the brake off. Flange, we'll go ahead and put that down. See if we can take a look at the difference. I don't know. That should be down now, I would think. Was it down or up? Probably went up. Let's see. Yep, that puts it down. So that's what we want. Sweet. That's hooked up. That's hooked up. Everything's probably out of coal now by the time we fiddled around with everything for 3 hours. Alright, so we'll get that in there. And then we'll go ahead and wait a minute. What did we just do? We're totally. I don't even know what I just did. Maybe I closed the door. Sounded like we closed something. Alright, let's throw some more of this stuff in here. We're just gonna pack this thing. Wing and open the doors. I have to say this, it looks incredible. This is really well done. Like the new model here. Alright, what is this? Oh, so there's a brake back here too. That's cool. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so when we crank that up, probably don't need to turn all the way up like that, but let's see what we get. Is anything happening? Nothing's happening. I'm not exactly sure how to run this thing. Might need instructions. Okay. Is that everything? Hand valve. Oh, so you can enter the view. That's cool. Wait a minute. Does this thing actually go forward on its own? No way. Okay, so you can control everything from in here. The flange, the baffle, the brake, the regulator, and the reverser. Alright, that's wild. Alright, so now we got the thing turning. That's cool. Wow. Loud because of the ruckus. That is awesome. Definitely see the moving parts, so that's super cool. Drive shafts are turning. This is so cool. This is actually pretty legit. Nice. Alright, let me see. Still gonna crush it. Wow, that thing is so cool. Alright, totally puts you in a blender. Alright, so then we will go to options, gameplay. Let's see if we can get some snow. Let's just go for it. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can get the snow to pile up here. And get the new rotary a shot. Got the light up there. Looking good. That thing looks cool. It is expensive. It's like 20 grand or something, just about 19,000. But super cool. Definitely, you know, fun to have. It's gonna be cool. Alright, there we go. We're getting some pile up. Grab a little bit more coal here. Sugar in there. Alright, let's back this thing up just a little bit. Make sure everything's hooked up here. Everything is good. Alright. And then, so this is going to be even cooler multiplayer because you're going to be able to have people actually running the plow. Alright. And then let's go ahead and see what about pushing this thing down the line. Suppose you probably need to move the baffle or something. What do we got going on? This is like a big big train and a big process of learning something. Alright, here we go. There we go. There, yep. Had to get the babble going. Alright. Oh, snap. There we go. That is pretty cool. This thing's so long, it's going to be really hard to see what's up there. Alright, here we go. We'll turn this off. And we'll see what we can push. There we go. Dare try to run up here? Alright. Let's see how running the plow goes. From up here. Not exactly chucking this crazy. It's clearing it. It's probably the way I got the baffle set though or something else. Well, it's definitely clearing this, you know. Huh. I'm not exactly sure what I think about how it throws the snow out of there. Maybe it's because we got all these doors open and whatnot. That's hilarious. Alright. Turn that down. Yeah, I don't know, man. Alright. Toy plow. I mean, it's cool. It's a great addition. The thing's an absolute behemoth. It's not like we plow for purpose. We just plow for fun anyway. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's a heck of an add, though, to the game. The thing is just an absolute monster behemoth. So, that's kind of cool. And, yeah, to go along with the knuckle couplers, that we got the new flight mode, the new turntable, the new roundhouse, the plow, the loco. It's kind of a cool update, some new stuff, some new toys to go in along with it. I do feel like the UI did get cleaned up, so either way you look at it, you know, the UI is a lot cleaner now than it was before, so that's kind of cool to see. I think it is an improvement. You know, I think there's always room to be made, and I think I've always thought that really there is no way that we're all ever going to be satisfied with one in particular UI. So I think that, you know, you can only do what you can do as far as trying to please everybody with the UI, because I just don't think that that's ever going to kind of happen. This one is probably a little cleaner once we get used to it, a little simpler. It's definitely easier to read. I do think that the gauges are a lot simpler and easier to read. Probably would be cooler if these gauges were a little bigger and the speedometer maybe a little smaller, but that's kind of what it is. At least it is super cleaned up. So new loco, new toys, and some fun to be had with the new update. That's kind of my take on it, and yeah, hope everybody's going to enjoy the new update. So with that one, I think we're going to call it a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.